gs3 pyqs all. First question: establish relationship between land reforms, agriculture productivity, and elimination of poverty in the Indian economy. Discuss the difficulties in designing and implementation of agriculture-friendly and reforms and land reforms. Agriculture-friendly land reforms in India. Sir, answer: the relationship between land reforms, agriculture productivity, and elimination of poverty in Indian economy can be examined in the three stages: land reforms and their impact on agriculture productivity and its influence on poverty alleviation, and challenges in implementing agriculture friendly land reforms in India. Land reforms and agriculture productivity. First, land reforms refer to the redistribution of land, tenancy rights, and other agricultural resources to promote social equity, improve agriculture productivity, and reduce poverty. In India, land reforms have been implemented since independence with the primary objective of breaking the feudal landholding systems and improving the livelihood of small and marginal farmers. The main components of land reforms includes land ceiling, imposing limits on the maximum amount of land an individual or family can own. Land ceiling, imposing limits on the maximum amount of land an individual or family can own. Then second is tenancy reforms, improving the rights of tenant farmers by providing security of tenure and regulating rent. Third is land consolidation, combining fragmented land holdings to improve the efficiency of land use and reduce production cost. Land reforms have a very direct impact on agriculture productivity by promoting equitable land distribution, security of tenure, and efficient land use. They enable farmers to invest in modern agriculture inputs, technology, and infrastructure, which in turn boosts agriculture productivity. Then, agriculture productivity and poverty alleviation. Agriculture productivity is crucial for poverty reduction in India, as a significant proportion of the population is employed in the agriculture sector and it contributes to around 15% of the GDP. Increased agriculture productivity can lead to poverty alleviation through income generation. Income generation. Higher productivity, income generation. First, higher productivity results in increased income for small and marginal farmers, thus improving their economic conditions. Employment opportunities. Enhanced agriculture productivity often leads to the growth of agro-based industries and generating additional employment opportunities in rural areas. And third is food security. Increased agriculture production ensures food security and reduce malnutrition, which is essential for poverty alleviation. Then difficulties in designing and implementing agriculture-friendly land reforms in India. Despite the potential benefits of land reforms, there have been several challenges in their design and implementation in India, such as first, political resistance. Land reforms often face resistance. Land reforms often face resistance from land owning elites and politicians who seeks to maintain the status quo. Then second is legal hurdles. Land is a state subject in India and land reforms legislation varies across states. This leads to the inconsistencies and loopholes which can be exploited to circumvent the reforms. Third is the bureaucratic inefficiencies. Poor implementations and monitoring by bureaucratic machinery often results in delays and corruptions in the land reform process. Incomplete land records. Fourth, absence of accurate and up-to-date land records makes it difficult to identify the rightful beneficiaries of land reforms. Then fifth is fragmented land holdings. High population pressure on land resources has led to the fragmentations of land holdings, which limits the scope for land consolidation and efficient land use. In conclusion, land reforms can have a significant impact on agriculture productivity and poverty alleviation in Indian economy. However, there are several challenges in designing and implementing agriculture-friendly land reforms, which need to be addressed by the strong political will, policy coordination, and institutional capacity building. Next question. What are the Different types of agriculture subsidies given to the farmers at the national and the state levels. Critically analyze agriculture subsidies regime with reference to the distortions created by it. Agriculture subsidies are financial incentives provided to farmers by the government to promote agriculture and enhance. Agriculture subsidies are financial incentives provided to the farmers by the government to promote agriculture, enhance farm productivity, and reduce economic hardships. These subsidies are aimed at ensuring the food security, increasing agriculture productions, and supporting the rural development. Types of agriculture subsidies can first direct subsidies. These are the cash payments made to the farmers to support their incomes and reduce their financial risk. Then the second is the indirect risk subsidies. These are the subsidies provided to farmers in the form of inputs such as fertilizers, seeds, pesticides, and water, which are either provided at a reduced cost or free of cost. Then third is the price subsidies. Price subsidies, these subsidies are provided to farmers by the government to compensate them for the difference between the market price and the cost of production. Then fourth is the insurance subsidies. These are the subsidies provided to farmers to help them insure their crops against losses due to the natural calamities, pests, and diseases. Then fifth is infrastructural subsidies. These subsidies are provided to farmers to enhance the quality of rural infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and irrigation facilities. Then comes national and state level subsidies. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, a national level crop insurance scheme aimed at protecting farmers against crop failures. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, national level crop insurance scheme aimed at protecting farmers against crop failures. Then comes Kisan Credit Card Scheme, a credit scheme aimed at providing short-term loans to farmers at concessional interest rates. Then comes Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, a scheme aimed at promoting agriculture development by providing financial support to states for developing their agriculture sector. Then comes Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana, scheme aimed at promoting organic farming in the country. Then National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, a scheme aimed at promoting sustainable agriculture practices in the country. Soil Health Card Scheme, a scheme aimed at promoting balanced use of fertilizer and improving soil fertility. Then critics of agriculture subsidies, market distortions. Agriculture subsidies tend to distort market prices by creating an artificial demand for certain crops, leading to overproductions and lower market prices. Then second is inefficient resource allocation. Agriculture subsidies lead to inefficient allocation of resources as farmers tend to grow crops that are heavily subsidized rather than those that are more economically viable. Then comes third, limited reach. Most agriculture subsidies tend to benefit large farmers and agriculture businesses, leaving small farmers and landless laborers without any significant benefits. Then budgetary burdens. Agriculture subsidies are a significant burden on the government's budget, and the cost of these subsidies often exceeds the benefit derived from them. Then conclusions, agriculture subsidies have been instrumental in promoting agriculture development in the country, but they have also led to distortions in the market and inefficient allocation of resources. To address these challenges, there is a need to reorient the agriculture subsidy regime towards supporting small and marginal farmers, promoting sustainable agriculture practices, and enhancing efficiency of resource allocation. Then comes the right to fair compensations and transparency. Next question, in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013 has come into effect from 1st January 2014. What are the key issues which would get addressed with the act in place? What implications would it have on industrializations and agriculture in India? The right to fair compensations and transparency in land acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013 was implemented to address various issues concerning land acquisition, compensations, rehabilitations, and resettlement in India. The act was introduced to overcome the limitations and challenges posed by the Land Acquisition Act of 1894, which was widely criticized for its outdated approach, lack of transparency, and inadequate compensation provisions. Key issues addressed by the LAR Act 2013. First is fair compensation. The act ensures that the landowners receive fair compensation for their land based on the market rates, as well as additional compensations for loss of Livelihood displacement and resettlement. It mandates that compensation should be up to two times the market value for urban areas and two to four times for the rural areas. Then consent and social impact assessment. The act requires the consent of at least 70% of affected families for land acquisition in public-private partnership projects, and 80% of private projects. 80% for private projects. So it also necessitates a social impact assessment to evaluate the potential impact of acquisition on affected families, including economic, social, and cultural aspects. Third is rehabilitation and resettlement. The Act provides a comprehensive rehabilitation and resettlement package for affected families, which includes provisions for housing, employment opportunities, and skill development and other necessary amenities. Then comes transparency and accountability. The Act establishes a clear process for land acquisition involving public hearings, notifications, and appeals. It mandates the establishment of land acquisition, rehabilitations, and resettlement authorities at the state level to ensure transparency, speedy dispute resolutions, and adherence to the principles of natural justice. And implications on industrializations and agriculture. Industrialization and the LAR Act, those are their aims to balance the interest of landowners, affected families, and industrial development. While it may increase the cost of acquiring land for industries, the transparent and fair process should reduce disputes and litigations, thereby making the process more predictable and efficient. The Act is expected to boost investor confidence and promote infrastructure development in the long run. Then comes agriculture. Agriculture. The LAR Act is designed to protect the interest of farmers and agriculture communities. Acts emphasis on their fair compensation and rehabilitation can help alleviate some of the distress faced by the farmers when their land is acquired for non-agriculture purposes. Additionally, the mandatory consent and social impact assessment requirements ensures the concerns of the agriculture communities are duly considered, leading to more sustainable and inclusive development. In conclusion, the LAR Act 2013 is an important step towards addressing the concerns of land acquisition, fair compensations, rehabilitations, and resettlement in India. By striking a balance between the interests of the various stakeholders, the Act aims to promote inclusive development and ensure sustainable industrializations and agricultural growth in the country. Then comes in the villages. Next question. In the villages itself, no form of credit organization will be suitable except the cooperative society. Indian Rural Credit Survey, All India Rural Credit Survey, statement, it's unquote quote unquote. In the villages itself, no form of credit organization will be suitable except the cooperative society. All India Rural Credit Survey बोल रहा है. So discuss the statement in the background of agriculture finance in India. What are the constraints and challenges do financial institutions supplying agriculture finance face? How can technology be used to better reach and serve rural clients? The statement from All India Rural Credit Survey highlights the importance of cooperative societies in providing credit to rural areas, particularly in the context of agriculture finance in India. Cooperative societies as member-owned institutions aim to provide affordable and easily accessible financial services to their members in rural areas. In this answer, we will discuss the background of agriculture finance in India, constraints and challenges faced by the financial institutions, and the role of technology in improving the reach and services to the rural clients. Then background of agriculture finance in India. Agriculture finance is crucial for the development of the rural economy in India as it provides necessary funds for farmers to invest in agriculture inputs, machinery, and infrastructure. The traditional source of agriculture finance include moneylenders, traders, and landlords who often charge high interest rates and had exploitative terms. To counter this, Indian government established cooperative societies to provide affordable credit to farmers. These cooperatives played a significant role in the rural credit landscapes, but they faced various issues such as political interference, mismanagement, and inadequate capital. Constraints and challenges. Financial institutions that supply agriculture finance face several challenges. Limited reach first. Many rural areas have limited access to formal financial institutions, which makes it difficult for farmer to access credit. Second is higher transaction costs. Providing financial services in rural area often involves higher transaction costs due to the dispersed population, inadequate infrastructure, and smaller loan amounts. Then lack of collateral. Farmers often lack collateral to secure loans, which makes it difficult for financial institutions to provide credit. Then third is seasonal income. The income of farmers is seasonal and uncertain, which makes it difficult for them to repay loans on time and increases the risk for lenders. Then for this inadequate financial literacy, rural clients often have limited financial literacy, which can lead to difficulty in understanding and managing credit products. Then comes information asymmetry. Financial institutions may have limited information on the credit worthiness of borrowers, which increases the risk of lending. Then comes the role of technology in improving reach and services. Technology can play a crucial role in addressing the constraints and challenges faced by the financial institutions in supplying agriculture finance. Then comes the digital platforms. Digital platforms like mobile banking and internet banking can help provide financial services to remote areas, reducing the need for physical branches and lowering transaction cost. Then comes digital payments. Encouraging digital payments can help reduce cash handling cost and make transactions more secure and efficient. Then credit scoring models. Using data analytics and credit scoring models can help financial institutions assess the credit worthiness of the borrowers and manage risk matters. Then eKYC, electronic know your customer. The digital identity verification can streamline the customer onboarding process, reduce paperwork, increasing efficiencies. Then financial literacy programs. Leveraging technology to provide financial literacy education can help rural clients better understand and manage credit products, reducing the defaults and improving financial inclusion. Then comes remote sensing and satellite data. Using remote sensing and satellite data can help the financial institutions monitor agriculture activities, assess risk, and provide better tailored financial products. Then comes in conclusion, cooperative societies play a vital role in providing credit to the rural areas in India, particularly in the context of agriculture finance. Financial institutions face various constraints and challenges in supply agriculture finance, such as limited reach, higher transaction costs, and lack of collateral. Technology can play a significant role in addressing these challenges by improving reach and service to the rural clients through digital platforms, digital payments, credit scoring models, and financial literacy programs. Next question. There is also a point of view that agriculture products marketing committees set up under the state acts have not only impeded the development of agriculture but also have been cause of food inflation in India critically examined. The agriculture produce marketing committees were established in India under the various state acts to ensure that farmers receive a fair price for their produce by eliminating intermediaries and creating a transparent and efficient marketing system. However, over time, critics argue that APMCs have not only impeded the development of agriculture but also have contributed to food inflation in India. This answer will critically examine both the positive and negative aspects of APMC in order to provide a comprehensive understanding of their impact on agriculture and food inflation. Positive aspect of APMCs. Protection of farmer interest. APMC were originally set up to protect farmers from exploitation by middlemen, ensuring they receive a fair and transparent price for their produce. This led to the creation of designated marketplaces, mandis, where farmers could directly sell their produce, thereby providing a level of assurance to small and marginal farmers. Then second is price discovery. APMCs facilitate a competitive bidding process which helps in the discovery of a fair and accurate prices for agriculture produce based on the demand and supply. This process can particularly helpful for small farmers who may lack the bargaining power to negotiate directly the large buyers. Negative aspects of APMCs. Monopolistic practices. In many instances, APMC have deviated from their original purpose and have been accused of fostering monopolistic practices due to their limited competition and collusion among the traders. APMCs can sometimes lead to the artificial price fixing, which ultimately harms the interest of farmers and consumers. Intermediaries. Although the APMCs were designed to eliminate intermediaries, the systems has instead entrenched their presence. Middlemen can sometimes control the entire supply chain from farm gate to the consumer, and this lack of competition results in reduced prices for farmers and high prices for consumers. Lack of infrastructure and storage facilities. APMCs often suffer from the inadequate infrastructure, including storage and transportation facilities, which can lead to the post-harvest losses and wastage of perishable goods. This inefficiency ultimately contributes to the food inflation as the supply chain's inadequacies put upward pressure on prices. And restrictive trade practices. The APMC systems has resulted in the restrictive Trade practices with farmers being required to sell their produce only through designated mandis this limits the scope for farmers to explore alternative, more lucrative markets and restricts the development of a more efficient and competitive agriculture sector. Impact on food inflation. Critics argue that the inefficiencies and restrictive trade practices associated with APMCs can contribute to food inflation in India while limiting competition and fostering intermediaries. The APMC systems can lead to increased prices for consumers while also depressing prices for farmers. In conclusion, while APMCs were initially set up with noble intention of protecting farmers' interest in ensuring fair prices for the produce, the system has evolved into one that is plagued by inefficiencies, monopolistic practices, and restrictive trade policies. These issues not only impede the development of the agriculture but also contribute to food inflation in India. For APMCs to contribute to continue serving their intended purpose, significant reforms and modernization are needed to address these challenges and create a more competitive, transparent, and efficient agriculture marketing system. Then next question, in the view of declining average size of land holdings in India, which has made agriculture non-visible for a majority of farmers, should contract farming and land leasing be promoted in agriculture? In the view of declining average size of land holdings in India, which has made agriculture non-viable for a majority of farmers, should contract farming and land leasing be promoted in agriculture? Critically evaluate pros and cons. The declining average size of land holdings in India has made agriculture non-viable for a majority of farmers, leading to a decline in agriculture productivity and income. Contract farming and land leasing are potential solutions to this problem. In this answer, we will discuss the pros and cons of promoting contract farming and land leasing in agriculture. Then pros of promoting contract farming and land leasing is that access to technology. Contract farming and land leasing can provide small and middle farmers access to modern technology and inputs, increasing productivity and income. Second is mitigation. The contract farming and land leasing can reduce the risk associated with agriculture by providing guaranteed markets, reducing the dependence on the middleman, and ensuring a fixed income. Third is increased investments. Contract farming and land leasing can attract private investments in agriculture, leading to the development of infrastructure, technologies, and inputs. Then reduce land fragmentation. Contract farming and land leasing can reduce land fragmentation by encouraging consolidation of land holdings, leading to increased agriculture productivity. Income diversification. Contract farming and land leasing can provide an additional source of income for farmers, enabling them to diversify their income and reduce their dependence on agriculture. Then cons of क्या है? Cons of promoting the cons of promoting contract farming and land leasing. Then loss of exploitation, loss of control. Contract farming and land leasing can lead to loss of control over land and production for farmers, leading to exploitation by the contractors or lessees. Then contract farming and land leasing can lead to conflicts between the farmers and the contractors or lessees over the issues such as land use, production practices, and pricing. Then inequitable distribution. Contract farming and land leasing can lead to inequitable distribution of benefits, with large farmers and corporations benefiting at the expense of the small and marginal farmers. Then dependence on corporations. Contract farming and land leasing can lead to the dependence of small and marginal farmers on corporations, reducing their bargaining power and control over their livelihood. Then legal and regulatory challenges. Contract farming and land leasing face legal and regulatory challenges such as the unclear land rights, lack of enforcement of contracts, and lack of transparency in pricing. Promoting contract farming and land leasing in agriculture can provide access to technology, mitigating risk, attract private investments, reduce land fragmentations, and provide income diversifications. However, it also has several potential drawbacks such as loss of control, conflicts, inequitable distributions, dependence on corporations, and legal and regulatory challenges. Therefore, it is essential to ensure that the interests of small and marginal farmers are protected and regulatory frameworks are put in place to ensure transparency, fairness, and equitable distributions of benefits. Contract farming and land leasing should be promoted as one of the potential solutions to the problem of declining land holdings, but with the cautions and careful considerations of the pros and cons. How can the Digital India program help farmers to improve farm productivity and income? What steps has the government taken in this regard? The Digital India program, initiated by the Government of India, aims to transform the country into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. This initiative has the potential to significantly improve farm productivity and income for farmers. Here are some ways in which the program can help farmers and steps taken by the government in this regard. First is digital agriculture platforms. The government has developed various digital platforms like Enam, National Agriculture Market, and Fasal Bima, crop insurance, to provide farmers with a seamless online experience. These platforms enable farmers to access various agriculture services, sell their product directly to buyers, and avail crop insurance policies. Then comes access to information and expertise. The government has launched mobile applications like and websites like Kisan Suvidha, Puja Krishi, and M Kisan, which provide farmers with access to agriculture knowledge, weather forecast, and expert advice. This helps make them informed decision. This helps them make informed decision about crop management, irrigations, and pest control, ultimately improving the productivity and income. Then comes digital financial services. The government has promoted the use of digital financial services like mobile banking, UPI, and Aadhaar enabled payment systems to facilitate easy and quick access to credit, insurance, and other financial services for farmers. This helps them manage their finances more effectively and invest in better farming practices. Then comes e-governance services. The government has taken steps to digitize land records and other related services, making it easier for farmers to access crucial information and avail government schemes. This has also streamlined the process of availing subsidies, loans, and other benefits for farmers. Then comes skill development and training. Digital India has focused on providing skill development and training programs to farmers through online courses and workshops. This helps them to learn new farming techniques, adopt modern farming practices, and improve their overall productivity. Then remote sensing and precision agriculture. The government is leveraging satellite imagery and remote sensing technology to monitor crop health, estimate yields, and provide early warning of pest infestations or weather-related risk. This helps farmers to take preventive measures, optimize resource usage, and improve overall farm productivity. Then comes the promotion of agriculture tech startups. The government is actively promoting agriculture tech startups through various initiatives like Startup India and Atal Innovation Mission. There are these startups and developing innovative solutions for farming challenges such as precision agriculture, drone technology, and IoT, information on internet on technology based system, helping farmers improve productivity and income. In conclusion, the Digital India program has the potential to revolutionize the agriculture sector by providing farmers with access to digital tools, information, and services. By leveraging technology and digital infrastructure, the government aims to help farmers overcome challenges and improve productivity and increasing their income. The next question is, livestock rearing has a big potential for providing non-farm employment and income in rural areas. Livestock rearing has a big potential for providing non-farm employment and income in rural areas. Discuss suggesting suitable examples. Livestock rearing is an essential component of rural economy, providing non-farm employment and income to millions of people in India. Livestock rearing is an essential component of rural economy, providing non-farm employment and incomes to the millions of people in India. It has the potential to generate incomes and employment opportunities for small and marginal farmers, landless laborers, and women. In this answer, we will discuss the potential of livestock rearing for providing non-farm employment and income in rural areas, along with the suitable examples from India. Then potentials of livestock rearing for non-farm employment and income. First is diversification of income. Potential of livestock rearing for non-farm employment and income क्या है? First is diversification of income. Livestock rearing provides the source of income diversification for rural households, reducing their dependence on agriculture and increasing their resilience to shocks. Then second is employment opportunities. Livestock rearing provides employment opportunities for small and marginal farmers, landless laborers, and women, and creating non-farm employment opportunities in rural areas. Then comes value addition. Livestock rearing enables rearing enables value addition to agriculture produce, providing an additional source of income to farmers. Then comes access to credit. Livestock rearing can provide access to credit and financial services for the farmers, enabling them to invest in their livestock and creating increasing their income. Then examples of livestock rearing in India क्या है? First is dairy farming. Dairy farming is a significant source of income and employment for rural households in India, particularly in states such as Punjab, Haryana, and Gujarat. The whole model of cooperative dairy farming has been successful in providing livelihood opportunities to small and middle farmers. Then comes poultry farming. Poultry farming has emerged as a significant source of income and employment in rural areas, particularly in states such as Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu. Broiler and layer farming provides employment opportunities to small and middle farmers and landless laborers. Then comes goat farming. Goat farming has emerged as a profitable venture in the rural areas, providing employment opportunities and income to farmers. States such as Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra have witnessed significant growth in goat farming. Then pig farming. Pig farming is a significant source of income and employment for rural households in states such as Mizoram, Nagaland, and Manipur. The government has launched a national livestock mission to promote pig farming and other livestock rearing activities in the northeastern regions. Then conclusion, livestock rearing has enormous potential for providing non-farm employment and income in the rural areas, and can diversify income, provide employment opportunities, enable value addition, and provide access to credit. Dairy farming, poultry farming, goat farming, and pig farming are some of the examples of successful livestock rearing ventures in India. Therefore, it is essential to promote livestock rearing activities, particularly among the small and middle farmers, to ensure sustainable rural development and increase the income and employment opportunities in the rural areas. Then comes the question number: in what way could replacement of price subsidy with direct benefit transfer change the scenario of subsidies in India? Discuss. Subsidies play a vital role in Indian economy, particularly in the agriculture sector. However, the traditional method of providing subsidies through price subsidies has its limitations, such as leakages, corruption, and inefficiencies. Direct benefit transfer is a new approach to providing subsidies that have been introduced in recent years. In this answer, we will discuss how the replacement of price subsidies with direct benefit transfer can change the scenario of subsidies in India. What is direct benefit transfer? Direct benefit transfer is this mechanism through which subsidies and welfare payments are directly transferred to the beneficiaries' bank accounts. It eliminates the need for middlemen, reduces leakages, and ensures that the benefits reach the intended beneficiaries. How could the replacement of price subsidies with direct benefit transfer change the scenario of subsidies in India? First is target delivery. DBT enables targeted delivery of subsidies to the intended beneficiaries, reducing the linkages and ensuring that the benefits reach those who needs them the most. Then comes reduced corruption. DBT eliminates the role of middleman and reduces the scope for corruption, ensuring that the subsidies reach the beneficiaries directly. Then third is increased efficiency. DBT eliminates the need for physical storage and distribution of subsidized goods and reducing the administrative burden and increasing the efficiency of subsidies delivery. Increased efficiency में क्या आता है? DBT eliminates the need for physical storage and distribution of subsidized goods, reducing the administrative burden and increasing the efficiency of subsidy delivery. Then cost savings. DBT reduces the cost of subsidy delivery and it eliminates the need for physical storage, distribution, and transportation of subsidized goods. Then empowerment of beneficiaries. DBT empowers beneficiaries by giving them the choice of purchasing subsidized goods from any vendor, reducing their dependence on a particular supplier and increasing competition among vendors. The replacement of price subsidy with a direct benefit transfer has the potential to change scenario of subsidies in India significantly. It can lead to the targeted delivery of subsidies, reduce corruption, increased efficiency, cost saving, empowerment of beneficiaries. However, the implementation of DBT requires a robust banking system, digital infrastructure, and capacity building of the beneficiaries. Therefore, it is essential to ensure that the necessary infrastructure and systems are in place to enable a smooth transition from price subsidies to direct benefit transfer. Then comes question: what are the reasons for poor acceptance of cost-effective small processing unit? How the food processing unit will helpful to uplift the socio-economic status of the poor farmers? Food processing is an essential component of the agriculture sector and it has the potential to increase income and livelihood farmers. However, the poor acceptance of cost-effective small processing units have a significant challenge in the food processing sector. In this answer, We'll discuss reasons for the poor acceptance of the cost-effective and small processing units, and how food processing units can be helpful in uplifting the socio-economic status of the poor farmers. Reasons for poor acceptance of cost-effective small processing units. Kya? First is lack of awareness. Many farmers are not aware of the benefits of the food processing and the potential income opportunities it can provide. Second is lack of technical reasons. Lack of technical expertise. Small farmers lack technical expertise in food processing, making it challenging to operate and manage small processing units effectively. High investment costs. Third, small processing units require high investment costs, making it difficult for small and marginal farmers to invest in such units. Then comes lack of market linkages. Many small processing units lack market linkages, making it difficult for farmers to sell their processed products and earn a profit. How food processing units can be helpful in uplifting the socio-economic status of poor farmers. First is increase in income. Food processing units can increase the income of farmers by providing value addition to their agriculture produce, leading to better prices for their products. Second is employment opportunities. Food processing units can create employment opportunities for the local community, providing job opportunities to the rural population and reducing migration to urban areas. Then third is market linkages. Food processing units can provide market linkages, ensuring a better price for the processed products and reducing the dependence on middlemen. Then comes reduction of post-harvest losses. Food processing units can help in reducing post-harvest losses by processing the agriculture produce and increasing its shelf life, reducing the dependence on storage facilities. Then comes conclusion: the poor acceptance of the cost-effective small processing units has been a significant challenge in the food processing sector. The lack of awareness, technical expertise, high investment costs, and lack of market linkages have been the primary reason for this. However, food processing units can be helpful in uplifting the socio-economic status of poor farmers by increasing their income, providing employment opportunities, creating market linkages, and reducing post-harvest losses. Therefore, it is essential to promote food processing units, especially among small and marginal farmers, to ensure sustainable agricultural development and uplift the socio-economic status of the farmer. Then comes in the view of vulnerability of what are the reasons for poor acceptance of what the socioeconomic हो गया है ना. In the view of vulnerability of Indian agriculture to the vagaries of nature, discuss the need for crop insurance and bring out the salient features of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. India's agriculture sector is highly vulnerable to unpredictable weather conditions and natural disasters, which can significantly impact crop production and farmers' livelihoods. In this context, crop insurance plays a crucial role in safeguarding the interests of farmers and ensuring food security. The Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is one such insurance scheme launched by the Government of India to provide comprehensive coverage against crop losses. Need for crop insurance in India क्या है? Agriculture. Weather dependent agriculture. Indian agriculture is heavily dependent on the monsoon and the other weather conditions. Erratic rainfall, droughts, floods, hailstorms, and other natural disasters can severely affect crop yield and results in the huge losses for the farmers. Crop insurance helps in mitigating these risks by providing financial support. Then comes income stability. Crop insurance acts as a safety net for farmers, ensuring they have stable income in the face of unforeseen circumstances. This enables farmers to plan for the future and invest in modern farming techniques and technology. Then access to credit. Crop insurance can help farmers access institutional credit by providing lenders assurance that their loan will be repaid even if the farmer faces crop failure. Then encouragement of the crop diversification. Crop insurance provides support to the farmers for cultivating new or non-traditional crops, which aids in diversifying the country's agriculture production and enhances the food security. Then salient features of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana क्या है? First is comprehensive coverage. Fasal Bima comprehensive coverage. First, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana offers coverage for a wide range of risks, including the droughts, excessive rainfall, floods, hailstorms, pests, and diseases, and then low premium rates. The scheme provides affordable premium rate for farmers with 2% for Kharif crops, 1.5% for the Rabi crops, and 5% for the commercial and horticulture crops. The remaining premium is subsidized by the government. Uniform premium rate. Third, the Fasal Bima Yojana ensures a uniform premium rate across the country, removing any disparities in premium rates among the different states. Then comes the use of technology. The scheme leverages technology to improve efficiencies and transparency. Satellite imagery, remote sensing, and drones are used for accurate crop cutting experiments and to assess crop damage. Then comes timely out payouts. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana emphasizes the importance of timely claim settlements. In case of crop loss, farmers receive compensation within a stipulated time frame to help them recover from the loss. Then comes post harvest loss coverage. The scheme covers post harvest losses due to unseasonal and cyclonic rainfall, which was not a part of earlier insurance schemes. Then comes awareness and participation. A Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana aims to create awareness about the crop insurance among farmers and promote their participation in the scheme to maximize its benefits. In conclusion, crop insurance is essential for Indian agriculture given the sector's vulnerability to natural disasters and weather fluctuations. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is a significant initiative in this regard, providing comprehensive coverage, affordable premiums, and timely payouts. Within the with the effective implementations of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and increased awareness among farmers, India's agriculture sector can be better equipped to face challenges imposed by climate change and other unforeseen risk. Next question comes: what is allelopathy? Discuss its role in major cropping system of irrigated agriculture. What is allelopathy? Allelopathy, or what is allelopathy? Allelopathy discuss its role in major cropping systems of irrigated agriculture. Allelopathy is a biological phenomena where one plant species releases chemical substances known as the allelochemicals into its environment to affect the growth and development of the other plant species. These allelochemicals can either inhibit or promote the growth of other plants depending on their nature and concentrations. Allelopathy plays a crucial role in determining the distribution and abundance of plant species in natural ecosystems as well as in agricultural systems. The role of allelopathy in major cropping systems of irrigated agriculture. Role of allelopathy in major cropping system of irrigated agriculture. First, weed management. Allelopathic interactions can be harnessed as a sustainable weed management strategy in irrigated agriculture. Certain crop species such as rye, wheat, and barley release allelochemicals that inhibit the growth of various weeds. By selecting allelopathic crop cultivars, farmers can reduce weed populations and lower the need for chemical herbicides, thus benefiting the environment and promoting biodiversity. Then comes crop rotation. Allelopathy plays a significant role in crop rotation systems as different plant species release diverse allelochemicals with varying effects on other plants. By rotating crops with allelopathic properties, farmers can break pest and disease cycles, suppress weeds, and improve soil fertility. For example, rotating allelopathic crops like sorghum, sunflower, and brassica species with other crops can reduce weed infestations and promote healthier, more productive agriculture systems. And in comes intercropping. Intercropping involves growing two or more crop species together in the same field. Allelopathy can contribute to the success of this practice by suppressing weeds and reducing competition for resources such as water, nutrients, and light. For instance, the intercropping of legumes with cereals can improve soil fertility by fixing atmospheric nitrogen and release allelochemicals that suppress weeds. This can lead to increased crop productivity and reduce need for synthetic fertilizer. Then comes cover crops and green manure. Cover crops and green manures are plants grown specifically to improve soil fertility and suppress weeds. Some crop covers like rye or mustard have allelopathic properties that can help suppress weed growth and prevent soil erosions. Once incorporated into the soil, these plants release allelochemicals that can improve soil structure, increase nutrient availability, and inhibit the growth of weeds, pests, and disease. Then comes stress management. Allelopathic plants can also help in mitigating the abiotic stresses in irrigated agriculture system. For example, some allelopathic plants like sorghum or sunflower are more tolerant of drought, salinity, or nutrient poor conditions. By incorporating these plants into cropping systems, farmers can improve the overall resilience and productivity of their fields under challenging environmental conditions. In conclusion, allelopathy has a significant role. In conclusion, allelopathy has a significant role in shaping the composition and productivity of major cropping systems in irrigated agriculture. By harnessing the power of allelopathy, By ethic interactions, farmers can adopt sustainable practices that benefit the environment, reduce their reliance on synthetic inputs, and promote agriculture productivity and resilience. Then comes discuss the role of land reforms in agriculture development. Identify the factors that were responsible for the success of land reforms in India. Role of land reforms in agriculture development क्या है? First is land reforms have played a crucial role in agriculture development by addressing issues of land ownership, productivity, and social equity. They involve the redistribution of land, regulation of tenancy, consolidation of holdings, and updating land records. The following superheadings, the subheadings that detail the various aspects of land reforms that have contributed to agriculture development in India. Then first is redistribution of land. The primary objective of land reforms was to redistribute land more equitably among the population, especially to landless laborers and small farmers. This helped break the monopoly of large landowners, enabling a more just and equal distribution of resources, which eventually led to increased agriculture productivity. Then tenancy reforms. Tenancy reforms aimed at improving the status and security of tenant farmers, ensuring that they had access to necessary resources and fair share of profits. By regulating rent and providing tenants with rights, the reforms motivated them to invest in land improvement and adopt modern agriculture practices, and leading to the increased productivity. Then consolidation of land holdings fragmentations of land holdings in India resulted in inefficient farming practices and low productivity. Land consolidations aimed to combine small scattered holdings into larger contiguous units. This enabled farmers to adopt modern farming techniques, improve irrigation, and enhance productivity. Then comes updating land records. Accurate land records are essential for ensuring legal rights and in resolving land disputes. Land reforms in India focused on modernizing and digitizing land records, improving transparency, and reducing the scope for disputes, which in turn promoted investments in agriculture. Then factors responsible for the success of land reforms in India. Several factors contributed to the success of land reforms in India, including the political will. First, political will. Strong political commitment at both the central and state level were crucial in driving the land reform agenda. This commitment was reflected in the enactment of various progressive land reforms policies and legislations. The second is legal framework. A robust legal framework was put in place to ensure the successful implementation of land reforms. This included the passing of various land reform acts and amendments which provided the necessary legal backing to enforce the redistribution of land and regulation of tenancy. Then comes administrative support. The effective administrations and enforcement of land reform policies were essential for their success. India established dedicated land reform departments and land tribunals at the state level to oversee the implementation of reforms and resolve disputes. Then comes community participation. Active participation of local community, including farmers, landless laborers, and other stakeholders, was crucial in the successful implementation of land reforms. This participation ensured that the needs and the demands of the people were considered, leading to more inclusive and effective land reforms policies. Then comes supportive policies and programs. Complementary policies and programs in areas such as agriculture extensions, credit, and marketing support were instrumental in the success of land reforms. These policies facilitated the adoption of modern agriculture practices and technologies, enhancing the overall impact of land reforms on agriculture development. In conclusion, land reforms have played a vital role in agriculture development in India by promoting equitable land distribution, improving tenancy rights, consolidating land holdings, and updating land records. The success of these reforms can be attributed to the factors such as political will, a robust legal framework, effective administrations, community participation, and supportive policies and programs. Then comes explain the various types of revolutions took place in the agriculture after independence in India. How these revolutions have helped in poverty alleviations and food security in India. Agricultural revolutions in India refer to the significant changes in the agriculture sector after independence in 1947. These revolutions aimed to increase agriculture productivity, reduce poverty, and ensure food security in the country. In this answer, we will discuss the various types of agricultural revolutions that took place in India after independence and how they have helped in poverty alleviations and food security in the country. First is Green Revolution. Introduction. The Green Revolution was a significant agricultural revolution that took place in the 1960s and 1970s, aimed at increasing agricultural productivity through the use of high-yielding variety of seeds, chemical fertilizers, and pesticides. Second is impact on poverty alleviations and food security. The Green Revolution led to an increase in agricultural productivity, resulting in surplus of food grains and reduced food prices, ensuring food security in the country. It also led to an increase in farm incomes, creating employment opportunities and reducing poverty. Then comes third is White Revolution. The White Revolution, also known as the Operation Flood, was a revolution that aimed to increase milk production in the country through the introduction of modern dairy farming practices and the establishment of a milk cooperative system. Impact on poverty alleviations and food security. The White Revolution led to an increase in milk production, creating a surplus of milk and ensuring food security in the country. It also led to an increase in the farm incomes, creating employment opportunities and reducing poverty. Then Blue Revolution introduction. The Blue Revolution is aimed to increase fish production in the country through the development of modern aquaculture practices, the establishment of a fish seed hatchery is the creation of fishing cooperatives. Then impact on poverty alleviations and food security. The Blue Revolution led to an increase in the fish production, creating a surplus of fish and ensuring food security in the country. It also led to an increase in the farm incomes, creating employment opportunities and reducing the poverty. Then comes the Golden Revolution. The Golden Revolution aimed to increase the production of horticulture crops such as fruits, vegetables, flowers through the use of modern agriculture practices and the establishment of marketing linkages. Impact on poverty alleviations and food security. The Golden Revolution led to an increase in the production of horticulture crops, creating a surplus of these crops and ensuring food security in the country. It led to an increase in farm incomes, creating employment opportunities and reducing poverty. The various agricultural revolutions that took place in India after independence have played a significant role in the poverty alleviations and food security in the country. These revolutions aimed to increase agriculture productivity, create employment opportunities, and reduce poverty by increasing farm incomes. The Green Revolution, White Revolution, Blue Revolution, Golden Revolution have led to an increase in the agriculture productivity, creating a surplus of food and other agriculture products, ensuring a food security in the country. These revolutions have also created employment opportunities and led to an increase in farm incomes, reducing poverty in the country. Therefore, it is essential to continue promoting agriculture revolutions that promote sustainable agriculture development and ensure food security in the country. How do subsidies affect the cropping pattern, crop diversity, and economy of farmers? What is the significance of crop insurance, minimum support price, and food processing for small and marginal farmers? Subsidies, crop insurance, minimum support price, and food processing are some of the government schemes that have been implemented to improve the agriculture sector and the livelihoods of small and marginal farmers. In this answer, we will discuss how subsidies affect the cropping pattern, crop diversity, economy of farmers, and the significance of crop insurance, minimum support price, and food processing for small and marginal farmers. Then comes impact of subsidies on cropping pattern, crop diversity, and economy of farmers. First is encourages monoculture. Subsidies on particular crops can encourage monoculture, leading to a decline in the crop diversity. Then second is focused on certain crops. Subsidies are often focused on certain crops, which can lead to an imbalance in the cropping pattern and decline in the productivity of the other crops. Then second is imbalanced production. Subsidies can lead to an imbalanced production of crops, leading to a surplus of certain crops and shortage of others. Then distorted economy. Subsidies can distort the economy, leading to a decrease in competitiveness of the other sectors and dependence on the development of government support. Then significance of crop insurance, minimum support price, and food processing for small and marginal farmers. First is crop insurance. It protects small and marginal farmers from the risk of crop failure due to natural disasters, pest and disease, among others, ensuring income stability. Then comes MSP. MSP provides farmers with the guaranteed price for the agriculture produce, ensuring income stability and reducing the dependence on middlemen. Then third is food processing can help small and marginal farmers by creating small market linkages and providing better prices for the produce. It can also help in reducing the post-harvest losses and increasing the shelf life of the produce. Then comes encourages to crop diversity. Crop insurance, minimum support price, and food processing can encourage crop diversity by promoting the cultivation of high-value crops and reducing the dependence on monoculture. Then comes subsidies can have a significant impact on the cropping pattern, crop diversity, and economy of farmers. Crop insurance and minimum support price and food processing are significant schemes that can help small and marginal farmers in ensuring income stability, creating market linkages, and reducing post-harvest losses, and encouraging the crop diversity. Therefore, it's essential to ensure that these schemes are implemented effectively to improve the livelihoods of small and marginal farmers and promote sustainable agriculture development. Then comes What are the major reasons for declining rice and wheat yield in the cropping system? How crop diversification is helpful to stabilize the yield of crop in the system? वापस कि what are the major reasons for the declining rice and wheat yield in the cropping system? How crop diversification is helpful to stabilize the yield of the crop in the system? Rice and wheat are the most important cereal crops in India, and they are grown in a cropping system known as the rice wheat system. However, the yield of these crops has been declining in the recent years due to various reasons. In this answer, we'll discuss the major reason for declining rice and wheat yield in the cropping system and how crop diversification can help stabilize the yield of the crop in the system. Major reasons for declining rice and wheat yield क्या है? First is soil degradation. Soil degradation is one of the major reasons for declining rice and wheat yield. The continuous cultivation of the rice and wheat has led to a soil degradation, resulting in a decline in soil fertility and productivity. The second is pest and disease. Pest and disease have also been a major factor in decline of the rice and wheat yield. The continuous cultivation of the same crop in the same field has led to a build-up of pests and diseases, making the crops more vulnerable to attacks. And that is water scarcity. Water scarcity में आता है कि water scarcity is another reason for declining rice and wheat yield. The rice wheat system requires a lot of water, and depletion of the groundwater resources has led to decline in yield. Climate change. Climate change has also been a significant factor in decline of rice and wheat yield. Changes in the temperature and rainfall patterns have affected the growth and development of the crops, resulting in the decline in the yield. Then crop diversification to stabilize the yield. Break the monoculture. Crop diversification can help break the monoculture of the rice and wheat cultivation, reducing the buildup of pest and disease and improving the soil fertility. Then alternate crops. Crop diversification involves growing alternate crops such as legumes, oil seeds, and pulses, and among others. This can help in improving the soil fertility, reducing pest and disease buildup, and increasing the yield. Drought resistant crop क्या है? Crop diversification can help also involve growing drought resistant crops, reducing the dependency on groundwater and mitigating the impact of water scarcity on crop yield. Then comes improved market linkages. Crop diversification can help improve market linkages as farmers can grow crops that are in demand in the market, ensuring a better price for their produce. Conclusion: the declining rice and wheat yield in the cropping system can be attributed to the various reasons such as soil degradation, pest and disease, water scarcity, and climate change. Crop diversification can help stabilize the yield of the crop in the system by breaking the monoculture, growing alternate crops, growing drought-resistant crops, and improving market linkages. Therefore, it is essential to promote crop diversification as a sustainable solution to the declining yield in the rice-wheat cropping system. The national question: assess the role of National Horticulture Mission in boosting the production, productivity, and income of horticulture farms. How far has it succeeded in increasing the income of farmers? The National Horticulture Mission is a government scheme launched in 2005 to promote the development of the horticulture in the country. The scheme aims to enhance the production, productivity, and income of the horticulture farms and improve the livelihood of the farmers. In the answer, we will assess the role of NHM in boosting the production, productivity, and income of horticulture farms and its success in increasing the income of farmers. Then, role of National Horticulture Mission. Promotion of it's a promotion of horticulture. First is then NHM, National Horticulture Mission promotes the development of horticulture by providing financial and technical support to farmers for setting up orchards, nurseries, and other horticulture related activities. Then the second is capacity building. The NHM provides training and the capacity building programs to farmers to enhance their skills in horticulture productions, post harvest management, and marketing. Then comes third is the infrastructure development. The NHM promotes the development of infrastructure such as cold storage, pack houses, and other post-harvest management facilities to ensure the quality of horticulture produce. Then comes research and development. The NHM supports research and development activities in horticulture to improve the productivity and quality of horticulture crops. Then success of National Horticulture Mission. What is it? Success of National Horticulture Mission. So first is increased production. The NHM helps to increase the production of horticulture crops in the country with significant growth in the production of fruits, vegetables, and flowers, then increased productivity. NHM has also helped to increase the productivity of horticulture crops by promoting the use of high-yielding varieties, modern agriculture practices, and post-harvest management techniques. Increased incomes. NHM has succeeded in increasing the income of the farmers by promoting the cultivation of high value horticulture crops, improving market linkages, and providing the better prices for horticulture produce. Then improved livelihoods. The NHM has helped to improve the livelihoods of farmers by promoting the development of horticulture as a viable source of income, enhancing their skills and knowledge in horticulture production, post-harvest management, and marketing. And the conclusion comes, the National Horticulture Mission has played a significant role in boosting the production, productivity, and income of the horticulture farms in the country. NHM has promoted the development of the horticulture by providing the financial and tactical support, capacity building programs, and promoting infrastructure development, research and development activities. The NHM has succeeded in increasing the production, productivity, and income of horticulture farms, promoting the cultivation of high value horticulture crops, improving market linkages, and providing better prices for horticulture produce. Therefore, it is essential to continue NHM and ensure that horticulture development is sustainable and promotes the livelihoods of farmers in the country. Next questions. What do you mean by the minimum support price? How will be MSP rescue the farmers from the low income? How will MSP rescue the farmers from the low income trap? What do you mean by the MSP? Okay, so minimum support price is the price that the government guarantees to pay farmers for their agriculture produce regardless of their market price. So the MSP is announced by the government before the sowing season to ensure that farmers get a fair price for their produce. MSP is announced by the government before the sowing season to ensure that farmers get a fair price for their produce. So in this answer, we'll explain what is MSP and how it can be rescue farmers from the low income trim. So what is MSP? Government guarantee price. First is government. What is MSP? First is government guaranteed price. MSP is a government guaranteed price that is announced before the sowing season for agricultural crops. Second is price floor. MSP acts as a price floor, ensuring that farmers get a price for their agriculture produce even if the market prices are lower. Then third is determined by the government. MSP is determined by the government based on the factors such as the cost of production, market demand, and international prices. Then comes cover various crops. The MSP covers various crops including food grains, pulses, oil seeds, and cotton among others. Then how MSP rescue farmers from the low income trap? First is assured income. MSP provides farmers low income trap. Okay. MSP provides farmers first is assured income. MSP provides farmers with an assured income, ensuring that they get a fair price for their produce regardless of the market prices. The second is protection from the price fluctuations. MSP protects farmers from price fluctuations in the market. Even if the market prices are lower, then the MSP farmers can sell their produce to the government at the guaranteed price. Then reduce dependence on middlemen. MSP reduces the dependence of the farmers on the middlemen as they can sell their produce directly to the government at the MSP. Then fourth is encourages investments. MSP encourages farmers to invest in their crops as they are assured of a fair price for their produce. This in turn can lead to an increase in agriculture productivity and income. Encourages investments. And then comes food security. MSP ensures food security by encouraging farmers to produce more food grains and other agriculture produce. Then comes improves the rural economy. MSP help to improve rural economy by providing farmers with a fair price for their produce, which can increase their income and purchasing power. In conclusion comes MSP is a government guaranteed price that provides farmers with a fair price for their agriculture produce. MSP can rescue farmers from the low income trap by providing them with a assured income, protecting them from the price fluctuations, reducing dependence on middlemen, encouraging investments, ensuring food security, and improving the rural economy. Therefore, it's essential to continue the MSP system and ensure that farmers get a fair price for their produce to promote sustainable agriculture development and improve the livelihood of farmers. Then comes examine the role of supermarkets in the supply chain management of fruits, vegetables, and food items. How do they eliminate number of intermediaries? So supermarkets play a critical role in the supply chain management of fruits, vegetables, and other food items. They act as intermediaries between the farmers and the consumers, and their operations have helped to eliminate several intermediaries in the supply chains. And this answer will examine role of supermarkets in supply chain management and how they eliminate intermediaries. Role of supermarkets in the supply chain management. Sourcing first. Supermarkets plays a Supermarket play a critical role in sourcing fruits, vegetables, and other food items from farmers and other suppliers. They have established direct relationships with farmers, enabling them to procure fresh and high quality produce. Logistics second. Supermarkets have established efficient logistics network that enable them to transport fruits, vegetables, and other food items from the source to their source stores. They use modern transportation methods and cold storage facilities to maintain the quality of the produce. And third is the quality control. Supermarkets have established quality control measures to ensure that the fruits, vegetables, and other food items meet the required standards. They use advanced technology to inspect and grade the produce, ensuring that only high quality products reach their stores. Then comes retail operations. Supermarkets have efficient retail operations that enable them to sell fruits, vegetables, and other food items to consumers. They have established stores in several locations, making it convenient for consumers to purchase the products. Then comes elimination of intermediaries, direct sourcing. Supermarkets have established uh, direct relationship with farmers and other suppliers, eliminating the need for intermediaries such as wholesalers and commission agents. Then improved efficiency, cost reduction, eliminating intermediaries helps reduce the cost of the supply chain as the intermediaries, commissions, and fees are eliminated. Then improved efficiency, eliminating intermediaries helps to improve the efficiency of the supply chain as the time taken to transport the produce from the source to the stores is reduced. Then improved transparency, eliminating intermediaries helps to improve the transparency of the supply chain as the farmers and the other suppliers can sell their produce directly to the supermarkets, ensuring that they receive fair prices for their products. Then comes supermarkets play a critical role in the supply chain management of the fruits, vegetables, and other food items. They act as intermediaries between farmers and consumers, and their operations have helped to eliminate several intermediaries in the supply chain. Supermarkets have established direct relationship with the farmers, efficient logistics networks, and quality control measures, and retail operations that enable them to sell high quality produce to consumers. The elimination of intermediaries helps to reduce cost, improve efficiencies, and promote transparency in the supply chain. Therefore, it is essential to continue to promote the role of supermarkets in supply chain management to ensure the efficient, sustainable production and distribution of food products. Then comes how has the emphasis on certain crops brought about changes in cropping patterns in recent past. Elaborate the emphasis on millet productions and consumption. Cropping patterns in India have undergone significant changes in the recent years, influenced by the government policies, market demands, and changing consumption patterns. The emphasis on the certain crops has played a crucial role in these changes. In this answer, we'll elaborate on the emphasis on millet production and consumption and how it has brought changes in the cropping patterns in the recent past. Then emphasis on millet production क्या है? Millets as a nutritious crops. What? Yes. Millets are considered nutritious crops that are rich in protein, fiber, and micronutrients. The emphasis on millet production is based on the nutritional benefits of these crops. Then comes drought-resistant crops. Millets are drought-resistant crops that can grow in the low rainfall regions. The emphasis on millet production is also based on their ability to grow in water-stressed areas. Then comes sustainable agriculture. Millets are considered to be Millets are considered to be environmentally sustainable crops that require less water inputs compared to other crops. The emphasis on millet production is based on their potential to promote sustainable agriculture practices. Then comes market demands. There is a growing demand for millet-based products in domestic and international markets. The emphasis on the millet production is also based on the market demands for these products. Then comes changes in the cropping patterns. First is increased millet production. The emphasis on millet production has led to increased production of millets in several states, including the Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh. Then comes diversification of crops. The emphasis on millet production has led to diversification of crops, with farmers shifting from traditional crops such as rice and wheat to the millets. Then comes increased productivity. The emphasis on millet production has led to increased productivity, with farmers adopting modern agriculture practices such as improved seed varieties, crop management, and irrigation. Then comes improved livelihoods. The emphasis on millet production has helped to improve the livelihoods of farmers, especially small and marginal farmers, by providing them with an additional source of income. Then comes emphasis on millet consumption. Nutritional benefits. The emphasis on millet consumption is based on the nutritional benefits of millets, which are in rich protein, fiber, and which are rich in the protein, fiber, and micronutrients. Then comes health benefits. The emphasis on millet consumption is also based on the health benefits of the millets, which have been linked to a reduced risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes and heart disease. And then comes culinary traditions. Culinary traditions. The millet-based products have been a part of the culinary traditions of several regions in India. The emphasis on millet consumption is also based on the cultural significance of millets. Then comes sustainable diets. The emphasis on millet consumption is also based on the potential of millets to promote sustainable diets and reduce the environmental impact of food system. The emphasis on millet production and consumption has brought about significant changes in the cropping patterns in recent years. The emphasis on millet production has led to increased production, diversification of crops, increased productivity, and improved livelihoods. The emphasis on millet consumption is based on the nutritional and health benefits of millets, cultural significance, and potential to promote sustainable diets. Therefore, it is essential to continue the emphasis on millet production and consumption and promote sustainable agriculture practices and diets to ensure food security, improve the livelihoods of farmers, and promote sustainable development. Then comes this comes questions. How was India benefited from the India benefited from the contribution of Sir M. Vishweshwaraya and Dr. M.S. Swaminathan in the fields of water engineering and agriculture science respectively. So Sir M. Vishweshwaraya and Dr. M.S. Swaminathan were the two eminent personalities who made significant contributions to the fields of the water engineering and agriculture science respectively in India. Their contributions have been instrumental in transforming the agricultural landscape of India and ensuring sustainable development. In this answer, we'll discuss how India has benefited from the contributions of Sir M. Vishweswaraya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan. Contributions of Sir M. Vishweswaraya. First is water engineering. As Sir M. Vishweswaraya was a renowned water engineer who played a significant role in the Sir M. Vishweswaraya was a more renowned water engineer who played a significant role in the design and construction of several dams and irrigation systems in India. His contributions helped to increase agricultural productivity and ensure sustainable water management practices. Then comes Krishna Raja Sagar Dam. Sir M. Vishweswaraya was the chief architect of Krishna Raja Sagar Dam in Karnataka, which is one of the largest dams in India. The dam has helped to provide irrigation water to a large area of agricultural land, leading to increased agricultural productivity. Then comes sustainable water management practices. Sir M. Vishweswaraya promoted sustainable water management practices such as rainwater harvesting, water use efficiency, and soil conservation. His contributions have helped to ensure the efficient use of water resources and promote sustainable agriculture practices. Contributions of Dr. M. S. Swaminathan. First is Green Revolution. Dr. M. S. Swaminathan played a significant role in the Green Revolution in India, which involved the introduction of high-yielding variety of crops, modern agricultural techniques, and the use of fertilizer and the pesticides. The Green Revolution helped to increase the agricultural productivity and ensure food security in India. Second is then crop improvement. Dr. M. S. Swaminathan made significant contributions to crop improvement through the development of the high-yielding varieties of crops such as wheat, rice, and maize. His contributions have helped to increase agricultural productivity and improve the livelihoods of farmers. Then comes sustainable agriculture. Dr. M. S. Swaminathan has been a strong advocate of sustainable agriculture practice such as organic farming, conservation agriculture, and agroforestry. His contributions have helped to promote sustainable agriculture practices and ensure the efficient use of natural resources. Then benefits of contribution of Sir M. Vishweswaraya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan is increased agriculture productivity. The contributions of Sir M. Vishweswaraya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan have helped to increase agriculture productivity in India, leading to improved food security and the livelihoods of farmers. Then sustainable water and land management. The contributions of Sir M. Vishweswaraya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan have helped to promote sustainable water and land management practices in India, leading to efficient use of natural resources. Then third is the technological advancements. The contributions of Sir M. S. Vishweswaraya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan have helped to promote technological advancements in the fields of water engineering and agriculture science, leading to increased efficiency and productivity. Then conclusions by the contributions of Sir M. Vishweswaraya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan have been instrumental in transforming the agricultural landscape of India and ensuring sustainable development. Their contributions have led to increased agricultural productivity, improved food security, and efficient use of natural resources. Therefore, it is essential to continue their legacy and promote sustainable water and land management practices and technological advancements in the fields of water engineering and agriculture science to ensure sustainable development in India. And what are the reformative steps? Millet productions. And comes what are the reformative steps taken by the government to make food grains distribution system more effective? What are the reformative steps taken by the government to make food grain system distribution system more effective? So food grain distribution system is a government initiative aimed at ensuring the food security and reducing hunger in the country. The system involves the distribution of food grains to eligible beneficiaries through the PDS. However, the PDS has been criticized for its inefficiencies and leakages. In this answer, we'll discuss the reformative steps taken by the government to make the food grain distribution system more effective. Reformative steps taken by the government: first is DBT, direct benefit transfer. The government has introduced the direct benefit transfer scheme to transfer subsidies directly to the bank accounts of beneficiaries. This has helped to eliminate leakages and reduce corruptions in the PDS. Then comes Aadhaar based authentication. The government has made Aadhaar based authentications mandatory for beneficiaries to receive food grains under the PDS. This has helped to eliminate duplicate and fake ration cards and ensure that only eligible beneficiaries receive food grains. Then computerization of PDS. The government has initiated The government has initiated the computerization of the PDS to ensure transparency and efficiency in the distribution of food grains. The computerization of the PDS has helped to eliminate manual interventions and reduce leakages. Then comes reforms in the procurement. The government has introduced reforms in the procurement of the food grains from the farmers to ensure that farmers get a fair price for the produce. This has helped to increase procurement of the food grains and ensure the availability of food grains for the distributions under the PDS. Then revamping of storage and transportation infrastructure. The government has undertaken the revamping of storage and transportation infrastructure to ensure that the safe storage and transportation of food grains. This has helped to reduce wastage and ensure the availability of food grains for distribution under the PDS. Then comes use of technology. The government has made use of technology such as GPS tracking, barcoding and RFID tagging to monitor the movement of food grains from warehouses to fair price shops. This has helped to reduce leakages and ensure the timely delivery of food grains. Then comes the food fortification. Government has introduced food fortification to ensure that the distributed food grains are enriched with essential nutrients such as iron, iodine, and vitamin A. This has helped to address the malnutrition and improve the health of beneficiaries. The government has taken various reformative steps to make the food grain distribution system more effective. The introduction of DBT, Aadhaar based authentication, computerization of the PDS, reforms in the procurement, revamping of storage and transportation infrastructure, use of technology and food fortification has helped to eliminate the leakages and reduce corruptions and ensure transparency and efficiency and address the malnutrition. So therefore, it is essential to continue the implementation of these reformative steps and promote sustainable and effective food grain distributions to ensure food security and reduce hunger in the country. Then comes next questions. Elaborate the impact of National Watershed Project in increasing agriculture production from water-stressed area. Elaborate the impact of National Watershed Project in increasing the agriculture production from water-stressed areas. The National Watershed Project is a government initiative aimed at promoting sustainable land and water management practices in rain-fed areas of the country. The project aims to increase agriculture productivity and reduce soil erosions and promote sustainable water management practices. In this answer, we will elaborate on the impact of the National Watershed Project in increasing agriculture production from the water-stressed areas. Impact of National Watershed Project on the agriculture productions. The national first is improved soil health. Impact of National Watershed Project on the agriculture production. Kya first is improved soil health. The National Watershed Project promotes soil and water conservation measures such as counterbunding, terracing, and vegetative barriers. These measures help to improve the soil health, reduce soil erosions, and increase soil moisture retentions, leading to higher crop yields. Then efficient use of water. The national watershed projects promote sustainable water management practices such as rainwater harvesting, small-scale irrigations, and water use efficiency. These practices help to ensure the efficient use of water resources, leading to increased agriculture productivity in the water-stressed areas. Then comes water stress area. Then comes increased crop yields. The National Watershed Project provides farmers with technical support, training, and extension services to promote sustainable land and water management practices. This has resulted in increased crop yields and improved livelihoods for farmers. Then comes diversification of crops. The National Watershed Project promotes the cultivation of diverse range of crops, including the horticulture crops and agroforestry. This has helped to diversify the sources of income for farmers and increase agriculture productivity in the water-stressed areas. Then comes improved livelihoods. The National Watershed Project has helped to improve the livelihoods of farmers by increasing agriculture productivity, promoting sustainable land and water management practices, and diversify source of income. Then examples of National Watershed Project in India क्या है? First, Watershed Development Project in Maharashtra. The project aimed to promote sustainable land and water management practices in the rain-fed areas of Maharashtra. It focused on improving the soil health, promoting water use efficiency, and diversifying crops. The project has been successful in increasing the agriculture productivity and improving the livelihoods of farmers. Then comes the Andhra Pradesh Community-Based Tank Management Project. The project aimed to promote sustainable water management practices in the tank commands areas of Andhra Pradesh. It focused only on improving water use efficiency, promoting rainwater harvesting, and increasing the crop yield. The project has been successful in increasing the agriculture productivity and improving the livelihoods of farmers. So, National Watershed Project has played a significant role in promoting sustainable land and water management practices and increasing the agriculture productivity in water-stressed areas of the country. So, the project has helped to improve the soil health, promotes efficient use of water, and increase crop yields, diversify crops, and improve the livelihoods of farmers. Examples of National Watershed Project in Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh have shown the success of project in increasing agriculture productivity and improving the livelihoods of farmers. So therefore, it's essential to continue the implementation of the National Watershed Project and promote sustainable land and water management practices to mitigate the impact of water stress on agriculture and ensure the livelihoods of farmers. So how far is the integrated farming system helpful in sustaining agriculture production? Integrated farming system is a farming system that integrates various components of agriculture such as crops, cultivations, livestock rearing, poultry farming, fisheries, and forestry. This system aims to increase agriculture productivity and conserve natural resources and improve the livelihoods of farmers. In this answer, we will discuss how IFS is helpful in sustaining agriculture production. Benefits of integrated farming system: increased agriculture productivity. IFS Benefits of integrated farming system: increased agriculture productivity. IFS integrates various components of agriculture, resulting in increased agriculture productivity. The use of livestock and poultry manure as organic fertilizer can improve soil fertility, leading to high crop yields. Then comes diversification of income. IFS provides farmers with multiple sources of incomes, including the crop cultivation, livestock rearing, poultry farming, fisheries, and forestry. This can help to reduce the risk of income loss due to fluctuations in the market prices or crop failure. Then comes efficient use of resources. IFS promotes the efficient use of resources such as land, water, and nutrients. The integration of livestock and crops can reduce the use of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, leading to a more sustainable use of resources. Then comes improved soil health. IFS can improve soil health by promoting the use of organic fertilizers and reducing the soil erosion. The integration of crops and livestock can also lead to the recycling of nutrients and improved soil structure. Then comes sustainable agriculture. IFS promotes sustainable agriculture by reducing the dependence on synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, conserving natural resources, and promoting biodiversity. Then examples of integrated farming system in India. First is a system of rice intensification. SRI. SRI is an IFS that integrates rice cultivation with fish farming and duck rearing. So the system has been successful in increasing the rice yield, improving the soil health, and providing additional sources of incomes to the farmers. Then comes agroforestry. Agroforestry is an IFS that integrates cultivation of trees with crops and livestock production. The system has been successful in improving the soil health, reducing soil erosions, and providing additional sources of incomes to the farmers. Then comes silvopastoral system. Silvopastoral system is an IFS that integrates livestock rearing with tree cultivation. Silvopastoral system is an IFS that integrates livestock rearing with tree cultivation. The system has been successful in improving the soil health, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and providing additional sources of income to the farmers. So, concluding, integrated farming system is a sustainable agriculture practice that integrates various components of agriculture to increase productivity, conserve natural resources, and improve the livelihoods of farmers. It promotes diversification of income, efficient use of resources, improved soil health, and sustainable agriculture. Examples of IFS such as system of rice intensification, agroforestry, and silvopastoral system have shown that IFS is a viable alternative to conventional farming practices. Therefore, it's essential to promote the adoption of IFS to sustain agriculture productions and ensure the livelihoods of farmers are not impacted by the depletion of natural resources. Then comes elaborate what are the major factors responsible for making rice wheat system a success. In spite of success, how has the system become banned in India? Ban. Okay, what are the major factors responsible for making rice wheat system a success? In spite of this success, how has this system become banned in India? Rice wheat system is a cropping system that involves the cultivation of rice and wheat in the same field during different seasons. The system has been successful in increasing agricultural productivity and improving the livelihoods of farmers in India. However, it has also been criticized for its negative impact on the environment and the health of the farmers. In this answer, we'll discuss the major factors responsible for making the rice wheat system a success and the reasons why it has become a ban in India. So, factors responsible for making rice wheat system a success. First, high yielding varieties. The introduction of high-yielding varieties of rice and wheat such as IR8 and Sonalika in the 1960s and 70s played a significant role in the increasing agricultural productivity in the rice wheat system. Use of fertilizers and pesticides. Second, use of fertilizers and pesticides. The use of fertilizers and pesticides help to increase crop yield and protect crop from pests and diseases. Then comes irrigation facilities. The availability of irrigation facilities such as tube wells and canals ensure the availability of water for rice and wheat cultivation throughout the year. Then comes government support. The government provided the support to farmers by providing subsidies on fertilizers and seeds, building irrigation facilities, promoting the use of high yielding varieties. High yielding varieties. Then negative impact of rice wheat system in India. First is soil degradation. Continuous cultivation of rice and wheat has led to the soil degradation, loss of soil fertility, and increased soil salinity, reducing the crop yields. Then comes water depletion. The rice wheat system is highly water intensive and has led to the depletion of groundwater resources in some regions of the country. Then comes health hazards. Use of fertilizers and pesticides has led to the health hazards for farmers. Use of fertilizers and pesticides has led to health hazards for farmers, farm workers, and consumers of agricultural products. Then comes monoculture. Rice wheat system is a monoculture leading to the loss of biodiversity and increased vulnerability of crops to pests and diseases. Then dependence on external inputs. The rice wheat system is a heavily dependent on external inputs such as fertilizers and pesticides, leading to a high cost of cultivations and making farmers vulnerable to market fluctuations. The rice wheat system has been successful in increasing agricultural productivity and improving the livelihoods of farmers in India. However, it has also led to soil degradations, water depletions, health hazards, monoculture, and dependence on external inputs. Therefore, it is essential to adopt sustainable agriculture practices such as crop diversification, organic farming, and conservation agriculture to mitigate negative impacts of the rice wheat system and promote sustainable agriculture. The government needs to take the proactive steps to promote sustainable agriculture practices and provide support to farmers to ensure their livelihoods are not impacted. Then comes suggest measures to improve water storage and irrigation systems to make its judicious use under the depleting scenario. Suggest measures to improve water storage and irrigation system to make its judicious use under the depleting scenario. Then comes water is a scarce resource and the growing populations and increasing demand for water have led to depletion of water resources. Efficient water storage and irrigation systems are essential to ensure judicious use of water and meet the growing demand for water. In this answer, we will suggest measures to improve water storage and irrigation systems to make it judicious use under the depleting scenario. Measures to improve. First is measures to improve water storage and irrigation system. First is rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is the process of collecting and restoring rainwater for later use. It can be done through the rooftop rainwater harvesting or by constructing ponds and reservoirs. This can help to recharge groundwater and increase water availability for irrigation. Then comes reviving traditional water storage system. Traditional water storage systems such as step wells, ponds, and tanks can be revived and maintained to increase water availability for irrigation. The system can be modernized and with the addition of pumps and pipelines to make them more efficient. Then comes water efficient irrigation techniques. Water efficient irrigation techniques such as drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigations, and micro irrigations can help to reduce water consumptions in agriculture. These techniques deliver water directly to the roots of the plants, reducing water wastage and increasing crop yield. Then comes improving water use efficiency. Improving the water use efficiencies. Improving water use efficiencies in agriculture can be done by adopting practices such as crop rotation, intercropping, and crop diversification. These practices helps to improve soil health, reduce water consumptions, and increase crop yields. And constructing water storage structures. Constructing water storage structures such as check dams, small reservoirs, and farm ponds can help to store rainwater for later use. These structures can help to increase water availability for irrigation during the dry season. Then comes use of modern technology. Modern technology such as remote sensing, GIS, and IoT can help to improve water management by providing real-time data on water availability, soil moisture, and crop health. This can help farmers to make informed decisions about water use and increase water use efficiency. Then about awareness and education में आता है कि awareness and education campaigns can be conducted to educate farmers and public on the importance of water conservation and efficient water use. Awareness and education campaigns can be conducted to educate farmers and public on the importance of water conservation and efficient water use. This can help to create a culture of water conservation and promote sustainable water management practices. Conclusion: efficient water use, efficient water storage and irrigation systems are essential to ensure that the judicious use of water and meet the growing demands for the water. Conclusion में आता है कि efficient water storage and irrigation systems are essential to ensure that judicious use of water and meet the growing demands for the water. So measures such as rainwater harvesting, reviving traditional water storage system, adopting water efficient irrigation techniques, improving water use efficiency, constructing water storage structures using modern technology, and conducting awareness and education campaigns can all help to improve water storage and irrigation systems and promote sustainable water management practices. This government needs to take proactive steps to implement these measures to mitigate the water crisis and promote sustainable agriculture. Then comes, how did the land reforms in some parts of the country help to improve the socio-economic conditions of marginal and small farmers? Land reforms are measures aimed at improving the distribution of land ownerships and land use patterns. Land reforms are measures aimed at improving the distribution of land ownerships and land use patterns. The objective of the land reforms is to address social and economic inequalities, ensure social justice, and promote agriculture and productivity. In this answer, we will discuss how land reforms in India, some parts of the country, help to improve the socio-economic conditions of marginal and small farmers. Impact of land reforms on small and marginal farmers. First, land redistributions. Land reforms led to the redistribution of land ownerships, which resulted in a more equitable distribution of land among small and marginal farmers. This has helped to improve the socio-economic conditions and reduce poverty. Then tenancy reforms. Tenancy reforms help to protect rights of tenant farmers and provide them with access to land, credit, and other agricultural inputs. This has helped to reduce exploitation of tenant farmers and improve their socio-economic conditions. Then comes improvement in the agriculture productivity. Land reforms help to improve agriculture productivity by providing small and marginal farmers with access to land, credit, and agriculture inputs. This has helped to increase crop yields and improve the income of farmers. Then comes increase in the rural employment. Land reforms help to increase rural employment by providing small and marginal farmers with access to land and other agricultural inputs. This helped to create new opportunities for employment in rural areas. Then comes women's empowerment. Land reforms help to empower women by providing them with access to land and other agriculture inputs. This has helped to increase their participation in agriculture activities and improve their socio-economic conditions. Examples of land reforms in India का first Kerala Land Reform Act 1963. The Kerala Land Reforms Act aimed to distribute land ownership among landless farmers and tenants. The act provided for the distribution of surplus land among landless farmers and tenants, fixing a ceiling on land holdings and protecting the rights of tenant farmers. Then West Bengal Land Reforms Act 1955. The West Bengal Land Reforms Act aimed to distribute land ownership among landless farmers and tenants. The act provided for the distribution of surplus land among landless farmers and tenants and fixing a ceiling on land holdings and protecting the rights of the tenant farmers. Then comes Andhra Pradesh Land Reforms Act 1973. The Andhra Pradesh Land Reforms Act aimed to distribute land ownership among landless farmers and tenants. The act provided for the distribution of surplus land among landless farmers and tenants and fixing a ceiling on land holdings and protecting the rights of tenant farmers. Then concluding, land reforms have played a significant role in improving the socio-economic conditions of small and marginal farmers in India. The redistribution of land ownership, tenancy reforms, and improvement in the agriculture productivity has helped to reduce poverty, increase rural employment, promote women's empowerment. Examples of land reforms in Kerala, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh have shown how land reforms can lead to significant improvements in the socio-economic conditions of small and marginal farmers. Therefore, the government needs to continue its efforts towards implementing the effective land reforms to promote social justice and sustainable agriculture production. Then comes how and to what extent would micro irrigation help in solving India's water crisis? How and to what extent would micro irrigation helps in solving India's water crisis? Is why India is facing a severe water crisis due to several factors, including the population growth, urbanization, climate change, and unsustainable agriculture practices. Micro irrigation is a water-efficient agriculture practices that can help to mitigate water crisis by reducing water consumptions in agriculture. In this answer, we'll discuss how micro irrigation can help in solving India's water crisis. First, what is micro irrigation? Micro irrigation is a water-efficient irrigation system that delivers water directly to the roots of the plants in small and frequent amounts. Micro irrigation is a water efficient irrigation system that delivers water directly to the roots of the plants in small and frequent amounts. The system reduces water consumption and increases crop yields and quality by maintaining optimum soil moistures level. How can a micro irrigation helps in solving India's water crisis? Reduces water consumption. Micro irrigation systems are highly water efficient and can reduce water consumption by up to 70% compared to traditional irrigation methods. This can help to conserve water and mitigate the water crisis in India. Then comes increases crop yield. Micro irrigation systems can help to maintain optimum soil moisture levels, which can increase crop yield and quality even in the water scarce areas. Then comes suitable for small and marginal farmers. Micro irrigation systems are suitable for small and marginal farmers who have limited access to water and are dependent on rain-fed agriculture. These farmers can benefit significantly from micro irrigation systems as they can grow crops throughout the year even in the absence of rainfall. Then comes saves energy. Micro irrigation system requires less energy compared to traditional irrigation methods as they use low pressure water delivery system. This can help to reduce the energy consumption of the agriculture sector and contribute to mitigating climate change. Then comes reduces soil erosion. Micro irrigation system deliver water directly to the roots of the plants, reducing soil erosions and conserving soil fertility. Then comes extent of micro irrigation implementation in India. Okay, first, government initiatives. Government of India has launched several initiatives to promote micro irrigations in the country, including the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana and the micro irrigation funds. Adoption by farmers. Okay, micro irrigation systems are gaining popularity among farmers in India, with area under the micro irrigations increasing from 2.63 million hectares in 2014 to 9.68 million hectares in 2020. Then challenges. The implementation of the micro irrigation system faces several challenges, including the high cost of installation, lack of technical expertise among farmers, and inadequate infrastructure for the manufacture and distribution of micro irrigation equipments. Then comes micro irrigation is a highly quality water efficient agriculture practice that can help to mitigate India's water crisis by reducing water consumption and increasing crop yield. The adoption of micro irrigation system by small and marginal farmers can contribute significantly to sustainable agriculture productions and improve the livelihoods of farmers. However, the implementation of micro irrigation systems faces several challenges that need to be addressed by the government and other stakeholders to promote widespread adoption of micro irrigations in India. What are the present challenges before the crop diversification? How do emerging technologies provide opportunity for crop diversification? What are the present challenges before the crop diversification? How do emerging technologies provide an opportunity for crop diversification? Then, crop diversification is the practice of growing a variety of crops on a single piece of land to increase agriculture productivity and reduce risk. The practice helps to ensure sustainable agriculture productions and improve the livelihood of farmers. However, crop diversification is facing several challenges in the present scenario. In this answer, we will discuss the present challenges before crop diversification and how emerging technology provide an opportunity for crop diversification. Present challenges before crop diversification. First is monoculture. Monoculture, which is the practice of growing single crop on a large scale, is prevalent in the agriculture sector. This practice leads to a lack of crop diversity and increases the vulnerability of crops to pests and diseases. Then comes second, dependence on traditional crops. Farmers in many regions of the world rely heavily on the traditional crops that are well suited to local environmental conditions but may not provide enough yield and income to support their livelihoods. Then comes lack of infrastructure. Lack of infrastructure such as transportation, storage, and processing facilities for non-traditional crops make it difficult for farmers to diversify their crop and access new markets. Then comes climate change. It has a significant impact on agriculture productions and crop diversity. Extreme weather events such as droughts, floods, and heat waves can affect crop yields and increase the risk of crop failure. Then comes limited access to information. Farmers may have limited access to information about the benefits of crop diversification and the opportunities available to them. Then comes emerging technologies provide an opportunity for crop diversification. Emerging technologies provide an opportunity for crop diversification. First, precision agriculture. Precision agriculture technologies such as remote sensing, GPS, and drones can help farmers to monitor crop health and productivity, optimize water use and fertilizer applications, and improve overall crop yield. First is precision agriculture. Then comes gene editing. Gene editing technologies can be used to develop new crop varieties that are resistant to pests and diseases, tolerate adverse environmental conditions, and provide better nutritional value. Then comes vertical farming. Vertical farming, which involves the production of crops in a controlled environment, can enable farmers to grow a wide variety of crops, including non-traditional crops, throughout the year, regardless of the weather conditions. Then comes blockchain. Blockchain technology can help to create Blockchain technology can help to create a transparent and secure supply chain, enabling farmers to access new markets and increase their income by selling non-traditional crops. Then comes farm management software. Farm management software can help farmers to optimize their crop selection, plan for crop rotations, and manage their resources more efficiently, thus promoting the crop diversification. Then comes crop diversification is essential for sustainable agriculture productions and improving the livelihoods of farmers. However, there are several challenges that crop diversification faces in the present scenario. Emerging technologies provide an opportunity for crop diversification by enabling farmers to overcome these challenges and access new markets. With the help of these technologies, farmers can diversify their crops, improving their income, contribute to sustainable agriculture productions. Then comes what are the salient features of the National Food Security Act 2013? How has the Food Security Bill helped in eliminating hunger and malnutrition in India? The NFSA was passed in 2013 to provide legal entitlements to subsidize food grains to the vulnerable sections of the Indian populations. The NFSA 2013 was passed in 2013 to provide legal entitlements to subsidize food grains into the vulnerable sections of the Indian population. The act aims to ensure food security by providing food grains at affordable prices to the poor and needy. In this answer, we will discuss the salient features of the National Food Security Act 2013 and how it has helped in eliminating hunger and malnutrition in India. First, salient features of the National Food Security Act 2013. First is entitlements. The Act provides legal entitlements to subsidize food grains to 67% of the population in rural areas and 50% in the urban areas. Then second is priority households. Priority households, including those aided by the women, destitutes, homeless, and those affected by natural disasters, are entitled to receive food grains at subsidized prices. Then comes food grains distribution. The Act ensures that the distribution of food grains, including the rice, wheat, and coarse grains, to the PDS at subsidized prices. Then comes nutritional support. The Act provides for the nutritional support for pregnant women and lactating mothers, children up to 6 years of age, and malnourished children up to the age of 14. Then comes identification of beneficiaries. The Act provides for the identification of beneficiaries through the transparent and participatory processes. Then comes grievance redressal mechanism. The Act provides for the establishment of a grievance redressal mechanism to address the complaints of the beneficiaries. Then comes impact of National Food Security Act 2013. Reductions in the hunger and malnutrition. The National Food Security Act has played a significant role in the reducing hunger and malnutrition in India by ensuring the availability of food grains at affordable prices to the poor and the needy. Improved health outcomes. The Act has led to the improved health and outcomes among the vulnerable sections of the population, including the pregnant women, lactating mothers and children. Then reductions in the poverty. The Act has helped in reducing poverty by providing subsidized food grains to the poor and needy, reducing their food expenditure and increasing their disposable income. Then comes enhanced food security. The Act has enhanced food security by ensuring the availability of food grains at affordable prices and providing nutritional support to vulnerable sections of the population. Then comes National Food Security Act 2013 is a significant step toward ensuring food security and reducing hunger and malnutrition in India. The Act has provided legal entitlements to subsidized food grains to the vulnerable sections of the populations and has helped in reducing poverty and improving health outcomes. However, there is still a long way to go to achieve goal of zero hunger in India. And the government needs to continue its effort toward ensuring food security and eliminating hunger and malnutrition. Then comes, what are the major challenges of the public PDS in India? How it can be made effective and transparent? The PDS is the food security program that aims to provide subsidized food grains to the poor and vulnerable sections of the Indian population. The program was initiated in the 1960s and has undergone various changes over the years. Despite its efforts, the PDS system in India faces several challenges in ensuring effective and transparent delivery of food grains to the intended beneficiaries. In this answer, we will discuss the major challenges of PDS in India and the steps that can be taken to make it more effective and transparent. Major challenges of PDS in India क्या है? Leakage and diversion of food grains. First is leakage and diversion of food grains. The biggest challenge of the PDS system in India is the leakage and diversion of the food grains intended for poor and vulnerable sections. This happens due to the corruption, inadequate monitoring and weak governance. Then comes inadequate coverage. PDS system in India does not cover all the poor and vulnerable sections of the population, leading to inadequate coverage of the intended beneficiaries. Then comes inefficient supply chain management. The supply chain management of the PDS system in India is inefficient, leading to delays in the delivery of food grains and poor storage facilities. Then comes poor quality of food grains. Quality of food grains provided through the PDS system is often poor, leading to low nutritional values and health hazards. Then comes lack of transparency. PDS system lacks transparency and their beneficiaries do not have access to the information on the quantity and quality of the food grains provided to them. Then comes the steps to make PDS more effective and transparent. Strengthen the supply chain management. First, the supply chain management of the PDS system needs to be strengthened by improving the storage facilities, transportation and distribution channels. Then comes the use of technology. The use of technology such as digital systems, GPS tracking and biometric authentications can help to ensure transparency and accountability in the delivery of food grains. Then regular monitoring and evaluation में क्या है? Regular monitoring and evaluation of PDS system can help to identify leakages and diversion of the food grains and take corrective actions. Then comes enhanced coverage. The PDS system should be expanded to cover all the poor and vulnerable sections of the population. Then comes improved quality of the food grains. Efforts should be made to improve the quality of food grains provided through the PDS system by ensuring proper storage, handling and distribution. Then comes concluding, the PDS system in India is a crucial component of the food security program. However, it faces several challenges in ensuring effective and transparent delivery of food grains to the intended beneficiaries. The steps outlined above can help to overcome these challenges and make the PDS system more effective and transparent. By ensuring the delivery of food grains to intended beneficiaries, PDS system can contribute to reducing poverty and hunger in India. Then comes what is integrated farming system? How has it helped to small farmers and marginal farmers in India? तो हो गया है ना. Integrated farming system is an agriculture system that involves the integration of crops, livestock and other farming activities in sustainable and profitable manner. This approach helps to enhance agriculture productivity, profitability and sustainability. In India, IFS has been considered as an alternative farming system for small and marginal farmers who face several challenges in the traditional farming practices. In this answer, we will discuss the concept of IFS and its benefits for the small and marginal farmers in India. What is integrated farming system? Integrated farming system is an agriculture system that involves the integration of crops, livestock, fisheries, forestries, and other farming activities on the same piece of land. This approach is based on the principle of sustainable and profitable agriculture, where all the farming activities complement to each other and contribute to the overall productivity and profitability of the farm. Benefits of IFS for small and marginal farmers in India. Kya? First, diversification of income sources. First is IFS provides small and marginal farmers with a diversified income source by integrating various farming activities. This reduces their reliance on a single crop and provides them with an alternative source of income. Then second is efficient resource utilization. IFS enabled a small and marginal farmers to efficiently utilize their available resources, including land, water, and labor. This approach helps to maximize the productivity of land and optimize the use of resources. Then comes improved soil fertility. IFS involves integration of crops and livestock which helps to improve soil fertility by promoting nutrient cycling and reducing soil erosion. This approach helps to maintain soil health and productivity in the long term. Then increases farm productivity and profitability. क्या है? IFS enables small and marginal farmers to increase their farm productivity and profitability by integrating various farming activities. This approach helps to reduce input costs, increasing crop yields, and improve the overall productivity of the farm. Then comes enhanced food security. IFS contributes to enhancing food security by increasing availability of food and reducing the vulnerability of small and marginal farmers to food insecurity. This approach promotes the production of diverse crops, livestock, and fisheries, which provides a varied and nutritious diet to the farmers. Then in concluding, integrated farming system is a sustainable and profitable agriculture system that can help small and marginal farmers in India to overcome the challenges of the traditional farming practices. This approach provides a diversified income source, efficient resource utilization, soil fertility increased farm productivity and profitability, and enhanced food security. Therefore, the adoption of IFS can contribute significantly to the growth and development of the Indian agriculture sector. Then comes, what are the main bottlenecks in the upstream and downstream process of the marketing of agriculture products in India? Marketing of agriculture products in India has been challenging task for a long time. This agriculture sector plays a significant role in the Indian economy, contributing approximately 17% of the country's GDP. However, the industry still faces several bottlenecks, both in upstream and downstream processes. In this answer, we will discuss the primary bottlenecks in the marketing of agriculture products in India in detail. First is bottlenecks in the upstream processes. The upstream process includes the production, harvesting, and storage of agriculture products. The bottlenecks in the process are as follows. First is lack of access to credit. Most farmers in India lack access to credit facilities, which limits their ability to invest in inputs such as fertilizer and seeds, maintain their farms infrastructures. This leads to the low productions and quality of crops, which ultimately affects the marketing process. Then comes inefficient irrigation system. Agriculture productivity is heavily dependent on water, and most of the Indian farmers depend on the rainwater for irrigation, leading to lower crop yields. Irrigation systems are inadequate and the distribution of water is uneven, further impacting the crop yield. Then comes poor storage facilities. Inadequate storage facilities lead to the losses due to the pest, rodents, and deteriorations in quality. The post-harvest losses are estimated at approximately 25%, leading to reductions in income of farmers. Then comes bottlenecks in the downstream process. The downstream process includes processing, transportations, and marketing of agriculture products. Bottlenecks in the process are follows. Limited market access. First, market access is limited. Most farmers sell their products at the local markets, which offer a low price for their crops. The lack of access to better markets restrict their ability to sell the products at a fair price, leading to a lower income. Then comes second is inefficient transportation. The transportation of infrastructure is inadequate, leading to delays, high cost, and losses due to the damage during transit. The inefficiencies in the transportation system further add to the cost of production, reducing the income of farmers. Then comes the lack of price transparency. The prices offered to farmers are often not transparent, and they'll have limited knowledge about the prevailing market prices. The lack of transparency further hampers the farmers' ability to negotiate prices for their crops and sell their productivity at fair price. लैक ऑफ प्राइस ट्रांसपेरेंसी में आता है ना. इनएफिशिएंट ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, लैक ऑफ प्राइस ट्रांसपेरेंसी. देन कंक्लूडिंग में, in conclusion, the bottlenecks in the upstreams and downstreams processes of marketing agriculture products in India limit the productivity, quality, and profitability of farmers. Addressing these bottlenecks requires the development of better infrastructure, access to credit, and a transparent market. With effective interventions, the Indian agriculture sector can realize its potentials and contribute significantly to the country's economic growth. Then comes How does e-technology help farmers in productions and marketing of agriculture produce? Explain it. The advent of technology has revolutionized various sectors around the globe, and agriculture is no exception. In India, where agriculture is the primary source of livelihood for about 58% of the population, technology has played a significant role in enhancing production and marketing of agriculture produce. From advanced machinery for farming to digital platforms for marketing, technology has become an integral part of the agriculture sector in India. Then first is improved farming techniques. First, the use of modern technology in farming has made it possible to increase productivity and reduce human effort. For example, the use of drones for crop monitoring helps farmers to detect problems early and take appropriate measures. Similarly, precision farming, which involves the use of GPS mapping systems and satellite imagery, allows farmers to manage their crops more efficiently. Then comes irrigation technology. In India, where agriculture heavily depends on the monsoon, irrigation technology has been a game changer. Drip irrigations and sprinkler systems ensures that the crop get the right amount of water, reducing the water wastages and improving the crop yield. Then comes the use of biotechnology. Biotechnology has led to the development of genetically modified crops that are resistant to pests and diseases. This not only reduces the amount use of this not only reduces the use of harmful pesticides but also increases crop yields. Then comes soil and weather analysis. Technology has made it possible to analyze soil health and predict weather pattern accurately. This helps farmers make informed decisions about what crops to plant and when to plant them. Then comes digital platforms for marketing with the advent to with the advent of digital platforms like Inam, farmers in India now have a wider market to sell their produce. These platforms eliminate middlemen, ensuring that farmers get a fair price for their produce. Then comes mobile apps. Several mobile apps have been developed to provide farmers with real-time information on weather, market prices, and new farming techniques. For example, the Kisan Suvidha app provides information on weather, market prices, and agriculture advisories. Then farm machineries. The use of farm machineries like tractors, harvesters, and threshers has reduced the manual labor required in the farming. This has not only increased productivity but also made farming less physically demanding. Farm machineries में. Then cold storage facilities. Technology has also improved post-harvest management. Cold storage facilities help in preserving agriculture produce for a longer period, reducing post-harvest losses and ensuring that the farmers get a fair prices for their produce. Then comes in conclusion, technology has brought about significant changes in the agriculture sector in India. It has not only improved farming practices but also opened up new avenues for marketing agriculture produce. However, to fully harness the benefits of the technology, it is essential to address the digital divide that exists in the rural India and ensure that all farmers have access to these technological advancements. Then comes state the objectives and measures of land reforms in India. Discuss how land ceiling policy on land holdings can be considered as an effective reform under the economic criteria. Land reforms in India refer to the redistribution of agriculture land from wealthy landowners to the poor land cultivators. The primary goal of these reforms is to abolish feudal land systems and bring equality in the ownership of land. The land reforms in India were introduced after independence with the objective of reducing income disparities, enhancing agricultural productivity, and promoting the social justice. Then objectives of land reforms in India क्या है? First, abolition of intermediaries. One of the primary objectives of the land reforms was to abolish intermediaries like zamindars, jagirdars, etc. over exploiting the actual cultivators. The abolition of intermediaries aimed at establishing a direct relationship between the government and the cultivators. Then tenancy reforms. The tenancy reforms aimed at providing security of tenure to the tenants. The tenants were given the right to cultivate the land leased out by the landlord. Then comes the land ceiling. Land ceiling policy was introduced to fix the maximum size of land that could be held by an individual or a family. Surplus land was to be distributed among the landless and the small farmers. Then comes consolidation of the land holdings. The consolidation of land holdings aimed at bringing scattered prices of land into one compact block to increase agricultural efficiency. Then comes cooperative farming. The objective of cooperative farming was to pool resources of the small and moderate farmers to increase their bargaining power and reduce the cost of production. Measures of land reforms in India. First, the government enacted several laws to abolish intermediaries and transfer the ownership of land to the actual cultivators. The government fixed the amount. Second is the government fixed the maximum size of land that could be held by an individual or a family. The surplus land was distributed among the landless and the small farmers. Then the government provided security of tenure to the tenants and they regulated the rent. Third, the government provided the security of tenure. Government provided security of tenure to the tenants and regulated rent. Then comes the government initiated this consolidation of land holdings to increase agriculture efficiency. Then with this, the government promoted cooperative farming to pool the resources of small and marginal farmers. Then comes land ceiling as an effective reform. Land ceiling policy can be considered as an effective reform under the economic criteria for several reasons. Firstly, it helps in reducing income disparities by distributing surplus land among the landless and small farmers. Secondly, it promotes agriculture productivity by preventing fragmentation of land. Thirdly, it encourages the optimal use of land resources. Then comes, for example, in the state of West Bengal, the implementation of land ceiling and the redistribution of surplus land among the landless has resulted in a significant increase in agriculture productivity and a reduction in rural poverty. So conclusion में आता है कि land reforms in India have played a crucial role in promoting social justice and reducing income disparities. However, the implementation of these reforms has been uneven across the states. Therefore, there is a need for more effective implementation of land reforms to achieve the goal of equitable distribution of land and enhance agriculture productivity. Then come explain the changes in the cropping pattern in India in the context of changes in consumption patterns and marketing conditions. में क्या है? The cropping pattern in India refers to the proportion of area under different crops at a point in a time. Under a different crops at a point in a time. The cropping pattern in India refers to proportion of area under different crops at a point in a time. It changes over space and time and get influenced by the physical conditions of the environment and the socio-economic factors like technology, consumption patterns, and marketing conditions. Over the last few decades, India has seen a significant shift in its cropping pattern due to the changes in the consumption patterns and marketing conditions. Then comes changes in the consumption pattern. First, shift towards high-value crops. With the rise in the income levels and changing dietary habits, the demand for high-value crops like fruits, vegetables, and spices has increased. This has led to a shift in the cropping pattern from traditional cereal crops to high-value crops. For instance, in Punjab, farmers have started cultivating more of potato, tomato, and other vegetables instead of the wheat and the rice. Then comes increase in demand for protein-rich food. Increase in demand for the protein-rich food. With growing awareness about the health and nutrition, the demand for protein-rich food like pulses and poultry has increased. This has led to an increase in the cultivation of pulses in the states like Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Then changes in the marketing conditions में आता है कि liberalization and globalization. Third, the liberalization and globalization of Indian economy has opened up the new markets for agriculture products. This has encouraged farmers to diversify their cropping patterns and grow crops that have a high demand in the international market. For instance, the cultivation of flowers for export has increased in the states like Karnataka and Maharashtra. Then comes the government policies. Government policies and incentives also played a significant role in determining the cropping pattern. For instance, the government's focus on food security has led to increased cultivation of rice and wheat. However, the recent initiatives like promotion of organic farming and horticulture have led to diversification in the cropping pattern. Then comes technological advancements. Technological advancement in the agriculture have enabled farmers to grow different types of crops. For instance, the introduction of hybrid seeds and genetically modified crops has led to a shift in the cropping pattern. Then comes infrastructural development. The development of cold storage facilities and better transport facilities have made it possible for farmers to grow perishable crops like fruits and vegetables and transport them to distant markets. Then comes climate change. Climate change and variability has also influenced the cropping pattern. For instance, in regions experiencing water scarcity, farmers have shifted to drought-resistant crops and market prices. Fluctuations in the market prices also influence the cropping pattern. For instance, when the prices of pulses increased in the market, farmers shifted towards the cultivation of pulses. Then in conclusion, the cropping pattern in India has undergone significant changes due to shifts in the consumption patterns and changes in the marketing conditions. The shift towards high-value crops, protein-rich food, and crops with high demand in international markets is evident. However, to ensure these changes benefit the farmers, there is a need for supportive policies like ensuring fair prices, providing access to markets, and promoting sustainable farming practices. Then what are the direct and indirect subsidies provided to farm sector in India? Discuss the issues raised by World Trade Organization in relation to the agriculture subsidies. देखिए जो एग्रीकल्चर इज द प्राइमरी सोर्स ऑफ लिवलीहुड फॉर अबाउट 58% ऑफ इंडियाज पॉपुलेशन. टू सपोर्ट दिस सर्विसेज सेक्टर द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट प्रोवाइड्स several subsidies, both direct and indirect. So these subsidies are aimed at reducing the cost of production, ensuring reasonable prices for consumers, and maintaining food security. However, these subsidies have been a bone of contentions at the World Trade Organization, raising several issues. First is direct subsidies. First, fertilizer subsidy. The Indian government provides a subsidy on fertilizer to reduce the cost for farmers. However, this has led to an overuse of certain fertilizers affecting soil health. Then comes power and irrigation subsidies. Farmers are provided with free or subsidized electricity for irrigation. This has led to the over-exploitation of groundwater resources. Then comes food subsidy. The government procures food grains from farmers at a minimum support price and distributes it at subsidized rates through the PDS. Then comes Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Under this scheme, the government provides direct income support of rupees 6,000 per year to small and middle farmers. Then comes indirect subsidies. Indirect subsidies में आता है क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस. फर्स्ट, प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना provides insurance cover to farmers against crop failure due to natural calamities, pests and diseases. Then comes second, agriculture credit. The government provides agriculture loans at subsidized interest rate to farmers. Then comes subsidy on agricultural equipment. Government provides subsidies on the purchase of agricultural equipment to promote mechanization. Then comes subsidy on seeds. High quality seeds are provided to farmers at subsidized rate to improve crop yield. Then comes issues raised by the WTO. Trade distortions. WTO argues that these subsidies distort trade by giving an unfair advantage to the Indian farmers over their counterparts in other countries. Then comes second, green box subsidies. WTO allows subsidies that do not distort trade, known as the green box subsidies. However, India's MSPs and food subsidies are considered amber box subsidies, which are trade distorting. That is aggregate measurement of support. WTO has set a limit on the AMS, which is in the total trade distorting, support. India has been accused of breaching this limit. Then comes food security. India's food stock holding for security purposes has also been questioned by the WTO, arguing that it distorts trade. Then conclusion में आता है agriculture subsidies are crucial for supporting India's vast agrarian population. They need to be designed and implemented in a manner that does not distort trade and is in line with the global norms. So there is also a need to shift from price support based subsidies to income support based subsidies. The government should also focus on sustainable farming practices to ensure the long term viability of the agriculture sector.